Bonzu Toot Moon, Miss Wazobian. Welcome to Talks of Sensualism with Prophetess Eve, the space where we celebrate the art of seduction, sensuality, and unapologetic confidence. Here, we don't follow trends, we set them. We don't imitate, we create. Women look to us to teach, guide, and inspire. We are the mothers, the leaders, and the blueprint for the woman others aspire to become. So today we are going to discuss something that has become almost impossible, you guys. Oh my goodness. I know you guys hate to hear it. It has become almost impossible today to correct Black women. I want to discuss how Black women are the main ones online complaining, we're venting, we're always victimizing ourselves, especially on public platforms. But we're the last ones willing to take advice or correction. We will literally talk for hours about how men treat us, how friends betray us, racism, white people, how tired and stressed we are, overworked we are, how nobody supports us, how we're the strongest, how we have to carry the world. But the moment someone says, sis, here's what you can do to fix this, it becomes, who are you to judge? You are attacking Black women. You don't like yourself. That's internalized misogyny. That's respectability politics. That's pick me behavior. Black women love the struggle conversation, not the solution-oriented conversation, and that's the problem. Because as soon as somebody gives us advice that requires work, discipline, or self-reflection, we kind of twist it into an attack. No, we don't kind of do anything. We do twist it into an attack. We want healing without humility, and it's almost like we don't want healing. We want people to hand us things, okay? There it is. We want handouts. And what I need for Black women to understand is there cannot be any transformation without accountability. And spiritually, there is a blockage, okay? Because this is pride. This is the inability to be poured into. And you can't fill a cup that refuses to open. As a lot of you already know, I had my walk through degeneracy. I came through the adult entertainment industry and I was pulled out because my calling to women and my community was bigger than my need to be seen. All right. If I was going to be seen and heard, it was because I had something to say, not because I was repeating generational curses Black women have carried for decades. And I am here to correct that narrative for Black women who are tired of the same cycle and are ready to grow. Now, before we dive deeper into the conversation, my new book, From Stage to Altar, is officially out. If you feel called to evolve, to break cycles, and to step into the highest version of yourself, click the link in the description or in my bio to download the book today. It is time to transform from the inside out, you guys. All right, now let's get back into the episode. Let's talk about how Black women use different intimidation tactics when they feel exposed or corrected. Normally when you correct a Black woman, it comes with oh, I said what I said. Oh, you really ain't saying nothing. I said what I said. You get hit with the loudness, the hostility, the threats, the public outburst, the sudden, who you talking to, the that hostile hyena energy. And it's not strength, it's not confidence, it's lack of intelligence. It's deflection, it's fear, it's ego shielding itself from the truth. Most of these women aren't about to do anything. They're just upset. Everything they're displaying is a performance. It's a dominant masculine display meant to bully you back into silence. Because again, when a logical woman, a woman who is healed, an evolved woman begins to speak, especially on things that she's healed from, especially on things that she has experienced, it will trigger the wounded feminine. It will trigger the woman who has not yet seen error in her actions. Understand, they don't know this, but I'm going to let you know so that you can understand this. Have discernment, all right? It's spiritual manipulation and it's emotional witchcraft. It's intimidation masquerading as a personality. It's really just an inner wounded feminine girl saying, please don't expose me. Please don't make me look at myself. Please don't make other people see me for who I am. Please don't force me to stand in front of that mirror. Black women have created a culture where correction and attacks are treated as the same exact thing. This is the reason why I say you cannot correct a Black woman. We sit online, we're always correcting other people, talking about other people, saying what other communities could do, talking about other people's hygiene, talking about other people's health, but we're never paying attention to the things that we get online victimizing ourselves about. We never pay attention to the things that we get online begging for, and how it's almost hard to take a group of people seriously who's always a victim but always trying to, hand out opinions. We've literally built a sisterhood around avoiding accountability. The moment you level up or heal or set higher standards, the hyenas and the skip me's gather like a choir to drag you back down. They'll say things like, oh, you doing too much, you think you better, you bougie, you acting white, you're male-centered, you're a pick-me. And why do they do this? Why is this their go-to? It's because your transformation, especially as a black woman, because again, black women are meant to be at a certain level, act a certain way, have a certain personality trait. Your transformation threatens their comfort. They want you to be stuck. They want you to be relatable. They want you struggling with them. They want you to validate the poor decisions that they keep making, and they want you to live the same life so they don't have to feel wrong, so they don't have to see their error, so they don't have to look in that mirror. Black women use sisterhood as a leash, not a ladder. Now, psychologically, let's just be real. Many black women grew up in households where chaos was normal and correction meant attack. A lot of the times when they were being reprimanded or corrected, it came from an angry, upset mother who probably abused them, okay? Cursed at them, talked to them as if they weren't their children, like they were their equals. So in their adulthood, conflict feels like their childhood trauma. Spiritually, many black women operate from that wounded feminine, a masculine shell around a terrified inner young girl. And to protect that inner young girl, they respond with aggression. Now, biologically, women, we are attention driven. And when we don't get that positive attention, a lot of women will resort to negative attention, such as loudness, hostility, drama, and conflict. It is what it is. And when you correct that behavior, you remove their attention source. So they lash out to restore that control. This is why when you pay attention, you notice that it is very important that a hyena is in a pack. Hyenas cannot travel alone. Why? It's because of the group mentality. If you ever notice, black women, can't fight intellectually or mentally, so they fight collectively. When one woman disagrees with you, suddenly she calls, her pact, or she gets on the internet for validation. Now, why is this? It's because the collective gives them the confidence that they do not have alone, that they can't fester up by themselves. They are a part of a huge echo chamber. Hyenas cannot hunt alone. They have to have a pack. And if you dare to have boundaries, if you dare to elevate, if you dare to think differently as a black woman, they unite with the same mission. And it's the same exact way they did Cooking with Kaya. They will completely wait for your downfall. Another thing is, this is the reason why you see so many black women stay stuck in the same loops. This is the reason why I say, don't take advice from all older black women just because they are older in age and they're a black and they're black and they're a woman does not mean they give good advice. Does not mean that they're wise. Does not mean that, they're a role model. A lot of these women have gone through cycles that they've never learned anything from. It's just cyclical. Everything in their life has just been sick. No experiences. They've never passed any of the tests. This is the reason why they're stuck in the same relationship patterns, the same friendship, same arguments, same stress, same complaints, same lifestyle patterns, the same trauma. They're 60 years old, still dealing with things that happened to them when they were 12. Deep down, many black women don't actually want solutions. What we want is sympathy. Okay, we don't want strategy. We want validation. We don't want to transform. We want comfort. We don't want actual correction. And the messed up part is we'll listen to advice only if it comes wrapped in like baby talk or softness or, a patting on the back. Otherwise, we become the tone police. And why would you say it like that? Oh my God, why is all of this pressure on black women? We literally defend our trauma harder than we defend our future. And when black women do see another black woman actually improving her life, getting fit, feminine, softer, calmer, she's healthier, she's disciplined, they call her a pick-me. They call her bougie. They call her fake. They say she's trying to act white. Why is this? Why? Because again, accountability feels like an attack when you're not ready to grow. That's why correcting black women is almost impossible, not because we're incapable of being corrected, but because many of us have been conditioned to take all criticism as disrespect instead of direction. Can't be the loudest ones complaining, victimizing ourselves, sitting online, just every time you get online, it's a black woman in a bonnet yelling. Okay, and then when people begin to respond to the things that they're seeing and they begin to associate us with the things that they're seeing, we're getting upset now. Oh, you're obsessed with black women. Nobody is obsessed with black women. Black women talk too much. They gave black women the internet and we have literally lost our fucking mind. I was scrolling on TikTok and I seen a video of this black woman in a bonnet and she was like, Dear white women, why do you guys, how are you guys raising your kids? Why do you guys keep raising school ooters? And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why are you all the way in their community? We need to come back to the black community, because why are so many black single mothers raising black men who unalive other black men, women, and children? Why are we so focused on other people's communities instead of focusing on our own community? But I begin to realize that a lot of people use the negative of white people as an excuse for them to do what it is that they do. Whenever you bring up again, black women being healthy, black women losing weight, it's always, well, white women are big too. I literally just seen a post on Facebook where they're talking about boy moms, and this little black baby, he's a little black boy, he has his hands up the mom's whatever shirt or skirt or whatever. And I commented, because all of the black mothers were in the comment section excusing the behavior. And I'm like, this is very common amongst black women and black mothers. They're creeps and no one wants to talk about it. And a bunch of black women flooded my post, and they're like, oh, well, white women do this and white women do that. I'm like, okay, so because white women do it, it's okay for you to turn around and do it too. So fuck our community. Fuck protecting young black boys. You want to do what white women do because, again, you want to be white. It's entirely too much that we as black women, we need to correct. If you take anything from this episode, let it be this. You cannot grow in spaces where you cannot be corrected. You cannot evolve in communities that punish improvement, and you cannot rise if you surround yourself with people committed to staying low. Every black woman is not your sister. Every black woman is not your community. And every black woman cannot go with you into your next level. If you are ready to break generational curses, rise into your femininity, and step into your higher calling, my book, Again from Stage to Altar, is out now. Click the link in the description to download it and begin your transformation. This is Prophetess Eve, and this is Talk to Sensualism. And as always, step boldly into your future, step beautifully, and step into power. Until next time, see ya.